Alright, so looking at the market, I'm sure you guys have seen recently that the market sold off pretty hard due to the Fed speaking about tapering, rising interest rates, and as we can see, there's been a lot of fear in the market, and a lot of people have ended up selling off their shares because they are under the impression, oh, I'm not going to make as much money anymore because they're raising interest rates. However, that is not true. So going into 2022, basically my investment strategy is going to be, I'm going to buy companies that I believe in long term, like Apple, Starbucks, Target, Walmart, and I'm not going to be investing in high PE growth names, for example, Snow, because in my opinion, it's going to be the high PE ratio companies, specifically in tech, that are going to be the ones getting crushed. So personally, I'm going to be staying away from those. However, like I said, I'm going to just be investing into, normal companies that I see a lot of growth in going into the future. And if interest rates do go up, I'm specifically going to be looking at companies that are able to pass the inflation over to the consumer, again, like Starbucks could, as well as retail stores. So for me personally, I'm not going to be too fearful going into 2022, but as we've seen recently, a lot of people are being pretty fearful. So there is a quote from Warren Buffett that says, be fearful when others are being greedy. If we just look at the S&P 500 over the last year and a half, 2 years, we can see since COVID, this thing has gone up over 100%. What is that? People are being greedy. Again, if you go back to the high PE ratio names, there's people who are buying up companies and setting the stock to like $400 a share when the company doesn't even have positive revenue growth. So that says something right there. People are being very, very greedy. Now again, the stock market overall, the S&P, it's up over 100% since COVID. What is that telling you? People are being greedy. People are just buying it without, having any game plan going forward. Oh, it climbs higher in price. Oh, I'm gonna buy more. However, they don't really understand the fundamentals behind it. As a good trader and a good investor, everybody should know that a move like this is not common and it's not sustainable. We are going to see a pullback in the market. The question is, when is it actually going to happen? So I'm not personally going to be trying to time the exact bottom of the market. However, like I said, if we're investing into companies that we see long-term growth in, again, like Apple and Starbucks, what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be dollar cost averaging into my positions. So if I own 35 shares of Apple at, let's just say, a average price of $92, well, if we pull up the Apple chart right here, if Apple starts to pull back, maybe around to $150, $130, I would not mind adding to my position from there. Because, like I said, I see Apple going even higher in the future. Or maybe another company I really like is going to be Qualcomm. Qualcomm, we've seen that Qualcomm has gone absolutely crazy. This is a very big move and it's not sustainable. Therefore, we are more than likely going to see a pullback. But I've done the research on Qualcomm. I have a lot of faith of the company going into the future, and I would like to add to my position if we were to get a market pullback. So a lot of people are being very, very fearful right now, and a lot of people are beginning to take profits. They do believe that this rate hike is going to absolutely ruin the market. Again, I'm not too concerned about it. I'm just going to be dollar cost averaging as stocks drop. Now, I'm not only going to be adding to my stock portfolio, I'm also going to be adding to my Bitcoin position as well as my Ethereum position. So I've been waiting for a very, very long time for Bitcoin to actually pull back. I've been a long-term investor in Bitcoin, so I'm not trying to get like a extremely high average price per coin. So I've been kind of waiting for this thing to pull back. I did add over here once it was able to pull back down to like this $30,000, $32,000 area, because as we can see on the weekly time frame, it had a very, very strong support. Therefore, I was adding this entire time, and as we can see, it ran all the way up to 69,355. Now, if I'm adding at around 30,000 per coin, I'm not trying to buy it all the way up here for more than double what I was paying down here. I would rather just wait for a pullback because we know crazy moves like this, they are not sustainable. It will end up pulling back and then we can get a nice position from there. So recently, Bitcoin did drop below that $40,000 mark actually this week. So for me personally, I didn't see this, but $40,000, that's where I'm going to be looking to add. So if it does pull back to this $40,000 level, I will be looking to add some more Bitcoin. And then if it drops below there, I will be looking to add in between this $30,000 and this $40,000 area. So again, Bitcoin, it's something I've done a lot of research on. I do believe Bitcoin is going to be higher priced in the future. Right now, we're just seeing people being very, very fearful. And in my opinion, if we do get those rate hikes, that would actually be some fundamental news for Bitcoin to go up in price. Sorry about that. I had to pause the video real quick because I was doing a little trade on DWAC, caught a nice little scalp, but then got stopped out on the final contract. Anyway, back to the video. So as I was saying, I will be adding more Bitcoin if it does drop. Again, if we do get those rate hikes, I do believe that Bitcoin is actually going to go up in price based off of that. However, at the same time, I'm not only looking to add Bitcoin, I'm also looking to add Ethereum. So Ethereum, I have a bigger position in Bitcoin than I do Ethereum, so I definitely do want to add more to this. If we look at actually on the weekly time frame, what I'm looking for Ethereum is for this to come back to like 2750, around like 2750 to 2700. That's where I would look to add to my Ethereum position. But even on top of Ethereum, I'm also looking to add to Solana, and I'm also going to be doing some more research on other cryptocurrencies to add to my portfolio. Me personally, I do believe that crypto is going to grow even more in the future, so I do want to start building up a bigger crypto portfolio. So like I said, I will be adding to crypto, I will be adding to my stocks. I'm also going to be looking to add to some good quality ETFs. So an ETF that I really like is going to be VTI. So VTI, it's a Vanguard ETF, and it's probably one of my favorites. So if this thing does end up dipping to the downside, I will be looking to add to this. This is currently one of my biggest positions in one of my long-term portfolios, and it's a very, very simple ETF. You just throw money into it every other day, every week, and it's an ETF. Somebody else manages it for you. So I will be looking to add to that, as well as I'm actually looking into some of the China names that have been beaten down really, really bad. One of them being Baba. If we're looking at Baba, you can see that it had an all-time high of 319. However, very recently it dipped all the way down to 108, so the stock was literally cut into a third. So I will be looking to add some more money to Baba. And then there's also an ETF if you want exposure to, you know, the emerging markets. So China names, European markets, VXUS, and again, another Vanguard ETF. This is something that I'm going to be looking to add as well. So I already have a position in VXUS. I will be looking to add more to it, especially if it starts dipping down. So I'm going to be looking to add individual stocks. I'm going to be looking to add ETFs. I'm going to be looking to add cryptocurrency. So again, if the market does dip, this is going to be a gift to people like me and you who are looking to passively add to their positions going into the long term. Again, make sure that you do research on the company before investing into it. Again, I believe high PE tech is going to get absolutely railed. However, if you are investing into a stock that actually has a future in the next 5 to 10 years, you should be pretty good. So again, look for those discounts. Do your due diligence on the stocks that you're actually investing in, or even the cryptocurrency that you're investing in. And then as always, remember, just trade smart. Don't YOLO your portfolio, and you should be good going into the future. Other than that, if you guys do like these long-term investment strategy videos that I'm doing, just make sure to comment down below. I will make sure to do more of these in the future. But if you guys could, make sure to click that like, as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. Everybody have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.